Hello, welcome to today's very quick video. And this is basically about a couple of old processors that I have in my collection. Now, this one is a standard socket 3 486 DX266, one of the first processors to actually employ clock doubling technology. The second one is an interesting one. It was based on the Pentium overdrive range of chips. It was produced by a company called Evergreen Technologies, and it would have acted as a direct drop-in replacement for a 486 processor. So it would have given your 486 machine Pentium capabilities. The range of Intel processors were codenamed the P24T, and would elevate your 486 to new levels of performance. You had two different types of Pentium overdrive processor. You had a standard 168-pin processor, which was a direct replacement for the 486 CPU in the socket 3, or you had a 169-pin processor, which would go into, I think it was called socket 1, and if you had a hard soldered 486 CPU on the motherboard, the 169th pin would actually cancel out that processor and would tell the machine to actually use the overdrive CPU. So yeah, certainly back in the early to mid 90s, the computing world was quite a different place, and it was all about performance, as it still is today, but it was all about performance and future-proofing, when software was moving at a far quicker rate of development than it is now. I mean, a good example is 10-year-old hardware would probably quite happily run a lot of today's software, but back then, 10-year-old hardware wouldn't really have a chance. And that's why there was this whole thing about future-proofing. You buy your machine now, you're going to at least get 3 years of use out of it, especially with the Pentium overdrive range of processors and their clones. And there you go. Very little quick introduction into the 486 range of processors, and also the range of upgrades that you could have employed in the 90s. Thanks for watching, take care, see you soon.